Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Carpathians and this is Crusader Kings 2 with the historical immersion project, but there's some stuff on top of that as well. I got some submods that give me more cultures and whatnot, but the most important part is a mod that I made compatible with HIP. It's called Dido's Legacy and it brings Carthage back to life. If you don't know Carthage, they were the main nemesis of Rome in the early days of the Republic. And with that being said, we are going to jump today into a heavily roleplay focused playthrough with a Carthaginian family, and I think there's a lot of things that need to be achieved. I already prepared it here with Sufet Adonibal of Cart. Let's load right in and then I'm going to explain to you what the starting position is. I hope that we're going to have a great time because there is so much flavor in Dido's Legacy. It's honestly incredible just how in-depth that mod is. So we start in 1072. In 1072, Angleterre, of course, England is under control of William the Conqueror. In the east, you have the Seljuks slowly but surely pushing into the Levant and Asia Minor here against the Vassalae Romayon, which ultimately, historically speaking, led to the Rum Sultanate. And then in Iberia, where we are also positioned, of course, we have Castile, now united just recently under Sancho II the Strong, with Leon and Castile being one. They want to push the Reconquista more than ever before. And in the south, there's the threat of Amir al-Muslimin Abu Bakr of the Almoravidi Imara, who is the leader of, I believe it's either the Almohads or the Almoravids. Let's actually take a look at this. Almoravids, there you go. The Almoravids, I think is how I pronounce it, so Almoravidi, are historically speaking radical Muslims that came up north once the Al-Andalus kind of experiment failed and it splintered and got an open field day for Castile. So they are definitely going to push north, and I mean, we are right in their way. Take a look at this. They have a claim on me, the Sufetat of Carthage, and that is indeed us. So we come finally after talking about the world to us, and I'm so excited about this because it's super cool to have this mod around. I mean, let's just start with the religion, okay? We are a Canaanite. Let's take a look at this. We are an unreformed pagan. And the flavor text says, the religious practices and beliefs of Phoenicia were cognate generally to their neighbors in Canaan. Its rites were primarily for city-state purposes. Payment of taxes by citizens was considered in the category of religious sacrifices. Reading ability, sometimes very tough. Unfortunately, many of the Phoenician sacred writings known to the ancients have been lost. Phoenicians were known for being very religious. While there remain favorable aspects regarding Canaanite religion, several of its reported practices have been widely criticized, in particular, temple prostitution and child sacrifice. But what would Ck2 be without child sacrifice? I mean, let's be honest here. So, that is a feature of the religion in this mod, which I'm very excited for. You can also reform it, and actually, bada bing, bada boom, Moloch's Flame allows you to sacrifice your sons via diplomacy, unlocks access to child sacrifice traits and bloodlines. So we are going to do our best to reform this religion, but it will be fairly hard because our holy places are Majorca, Tunis, Malta, and then over here Akkon and Beirut. So all of those will be fairly difficult to actually get. But I mean, it's a long way until the Republic of Carthage is reborn. And speaking of the Republic of Carthage being reborn, we can actually do that. Dude, I'm so excited for that. I'm absolutely excited for this. Take a look at this. We can do the Phoenician Renaissance if we conquer Phoenicia. We can visit Astarte's temple. We will do that right away. We can restore the trade hegemony. Thea gets trade up here. Okay, so as soon as we get that done, we're going to benefit greatly from this. We just need some trade posts here and there in Carthage, in Tunis, in Su, in Paterno, and in Amokostos, which is over here in Cyprus, I believe. Honestly, I'm incredibly hyped, and I hope so are you, but let's talk about the character that we actually are, because we are going to roleplay the living shit out of this, and I can say that word now because we are more than 1 minute into the game, into the video, and YouTube doesn't listen anymore. Alright, we are Sufet Adonibal of Carthage. We are a thrifty clerk, a trained diplomat, we have a powerful voice, people listen when I speak. We're a hedonist, a socializer, lustful, envious, deceitful, and cynical. We do not honestly take the gods that seriously, although, of course, you know, we abide by their rules. So I try to create a character that is flawed, that is not like, you know, the perfect education and the perfect personality. We are just Sufet Adonibal of Carthage of the House Hanonid, trying our best to keep this going. And I would love, honestly, to become a great duke. Absolutely. 2 ducal titles every day of the week. So the way I see it, we have but one way forward. We need to establish our presence in the Iberian Peninsula. Now, of course, the question will be, hey, why are we here in 1072 when Carthage fell, like, what, 1,000 years earlier? More than that, actually, considerably more. 1,200 years or so. earlier than this? Well, you know, I honestly don't have an explanation for that. Having the Canaanite rite still the way it is and having the Punic culture still the way it is, it makes no sense. But you just gotta, you know, kind of suspend your disbelief here and just believe that Sufet Adonibal materialized out of thin air after he was ripped out of his original time, and now he's here and he's just looking around, you know, and he's just like, what? I'm gonna survive, boys. Now, interestingly enough, where we are is Murcia. That is what the city is called these days in Spain, but in the south of Murcia is the city of Cartagena. And Cartagena is a historical city because it was the focal point of the gold trade within the Carthaginian Empire. So you had Carthago here, which, by the way, we can build the port of Carthago up again. I am so excited for that, but that aside. And then you had Nova Carthago right here in Carthage, which essentially was just, you know, where the main colony hub of the Iberian Peninsula took place. Alright, and with that being said, let's just wait a second because I need to generate or create the different houses of our republic. So let's do that, and there you go. This is bugged, don't worry about it. A new great house has risen to the forefront of Murciana politics. So we have Aptastartos of Adonison, we have Oigoras of Hadrubalid, what a name, and then we have Tabnit of Barak, and last but not least, Kanmi of Lev. Welcome all of you, and one of those families got assigned the Aptpalem province. Your name is Barak, so if I could find a wife that was of House Barak, we would be allied to the strongest, pardon me, to the strongest house outside of ours, and I don't actually think I can. Oh, that's unlucky. Well, then I shall marry into the House Lev. That sounds about right. Let's take a concubine here. Gonna take you, sure. Gonna take you. Now, if you don't know Merchant Republic gameplay, it is a long time since I played this, or it has been a long time since I've played this kind of game mode, you know, where you are just a Merchant Republic and try to get as much stuff possible as you can. I'm gonna build a trade post in this province and the provinces around us, because then we can potentially safeguard them fairly easily if we conquer those provinces in the near future. And honestly, I feel like we are going to do that. Let's put in all of our lords here, all of the families first, and everybody else after, you know, that's just how you assign them, really. Here we go, everybody's happy with us, I'm happy too if they are. Visit Astarte's temple. In many North Semitic and Aramaic cultures, men would have to visit the temple of Astarte at least once in their lifetime. This was to attend to the women who also had to do the same. The man would pay a woman and they would have to perform their duty to the fertility goddess. The women couldn't refuse, as it was a sin to do so. Yet to the local temple of Astarte. Let's do it. I do what I must. Reconquest of New Carthage. Nova Carthago, the most prosperous colony of ancient Carthage, has been reconquered. This monumentous victory is sure to bring glory to House Hanonid and bring our once great nation a step closer to restoration. The great city was left to suffer under Roman rule for centuries, yet now they are free. I thus rename the province to Carthagast once again after our glorious capital. And with that, our province, our capital province, has become Punic and Canaanite, which is amazing. I mean, look at this. It's just going to make it so that I'm no longer afraid of anybody coming into my way. Also, why is the music so quiet? You know what? Let me just go for a different song here. A venerable dynasty. Sure, that sounds fair. As you can see, I have installed a submod that brings us many more cultures over here. It's honestly, it's HIP. I cannot stop loving this mod. Every damn time I think about it, I'm just like, you know what? This is a genius mod. Whilst traveling, you encounter a small caravan of merchants. They appear to be stuck as one of their wheels has broken. Perhaps you can help them? Well, I'll be honest with you. We are envious. I don't think I care for them. I'm just going to keep walking. I'm the Sufet. I don't need to do these things. Oh, and apparently you want to preach to me. There are horrors that you... Oh, you also want to preach to me. Jesus, Castile. Thanks for sending me another hostage. After a long and arduous journey, you have finally reached the steps of the Temple of Astarte. It is here that you must pay respects to the goddess of fertility and war. I will head up the steps to the temple. Oh, also I just noticed. Boom. Now in this one, it is fairly likely that we're going to end up losing the governorship of the Republic, because it's fairly tough to always keep it going. Why do you have 0 respect? H factor? Jesus. Very weird. It has to recalculate that, I suppose, but that's okay. Jezebel and Sufet Adonibal are getting married. Right. Honestly, I'll take the money. You know, the way I see it, if we lose governorship of the Republic, that is actually fun. Because most of the time, once I have a title, I never go any lower in any of my playthroughs. But in this case, hey, it's possible, you know, especially with this fairly hard start with all of those Muslims surrounding us, which, by the way, we are just primitive Pagans. We cannot reform, or we cannot really proselytize. Look at this. County religion converted 0.02%. Might as well just say 0, let's be honest here. Alright, well, we got married. That is nice. Hello, my wife, Jezebel. And there you go already. It has already started. Good God. Alright, what we need to do to survive here is I gotta take out a loan. There is no other way that is as simple as it is. I don't have the income necessary to take a bigger loan, but this loan should be okay. Now, there is a bug here where we get very strange mercenary selection. There are some mercenary bands that are twice as well. Maybe I can change that in the future. I think it is just a bug that, honestly, maybe it's just one file I have to take out of the Carthage mod. But as I said, I had to make it into a compatible mod. It is still, you know, fairly bare bones when it comes to that. I think I'm going to pick up... Yeah, they're all twice here, as you can see, which makes no sense whatsoever. But that's okay. What I'm really looking for here is a unit that has plenty of non-light infantry units. And I think the Rajput band, I don't know how they got all the way over here, but they are here. And I think they are perfect for this. There's a group of carpenters in Carthage that are working together more and more, as well as taking on apprentices. This is a situation that cannot be ignored. And so you need to either approve of this carpenter's guild to ensure you have a good reputation amongst the skilled workers, or you could outlaw them to make sure that they are not an impediment on the local market structure. I support the carpenters. Takes down the city tax. You know what? I don't think I'm gonna build all that much, although local build time. I actually would like to build up my trade post once it is built. So you know what? I'm gonna support you. And the prosperity will increase. Ever since your pursuit of wealth began and you started keeping a close eye on both income and expenses, your coffers seem to be filled to the brim. More often than not. I'm an aspiring trader. That's excellent. Absolutely gorgeous. Now they're coming for us, and I will have to let them siege this, I believe, because I just really don't have a different choice. I can't walk in right away. They're fairly well equipped. That's a lot of heavy infantry, and oh, so much light cavalry. Good God. I hope I can smite them, but we will see about it. Finally, you have reached the Temple of Astarte. The Kohanim there welcome you, and you're politely asked to head inside. It is here that you must select a woman to bed and fulfill the goddess's wishes. I will head in at once. Let's do this. Once inside the temple, you are met by countless priestesses and fellow pilgrims. Now you may take your pick from the female residents and begin the service to Astarte. Seems many of the women here are already taken, though you have made a decision. You there, be quick. And we did it. Wonderful. We have done the goddess proud. That is just the spirit, isn't it? And now let's take a look at how we can beat them here. This is such a bad territory to take. I think I'm going to walk into you right there. And we're going to try and make this maybe an even fight here. I'm going to take your stuff, you take mine, I guess. Would I go? No, it's still so many penalties over there. You really don't want to mess with that. You know, with all those penalties, it's just not worth it, really. But, on the other hand, I of course cannot let them siege Carthage. That will be where I draw the line. No way that is an option. Alright, we took this, and you know what? I think we just walk into them now. I know they get hills, and we get the river crossing penalty. Actually, you know what? I don't want to risk it. I just can't risk it. I simply cannot risk it, and we have to pay on the loan. Good God. The loans in HIP are so brutal compared to good old vanilla. As she's growing older, I can tell that Jezebel could use some guidance. Right, my concubine. I'm gonna... Oh, you're terrible for business, huh? I'm gonna teach you the faith. But other than that, you gotta learn on your own. Just for the record here. And they're coming, and I'm also coming south then. I could release all these prisoners, but I'm only gonna release the ones friendly to us. And then we're going to take everybody that I found. Absolutely. Why wouldn't I? Oh, this is... Maybe it's not actually beneficial to us. Let's not kid ourselves here. No benefit in taking that. But he is retaking this, and we are having a grand old time. At least right now when it comes to this. You know what? I'm going to take this. This is just a river crossing penalty. I think we can win this one. Let's slow it down a bit. Because the action here will, of course, be phenomenal. Now, I'm not great at leading an army, so I'm not going to. Let's try to do this. Let's try to fend them off. Stop sending me these. You know what? Actually, if I can sell them, I would totally do it. And yeah, we're definitely winning this fight. This war will be over, and we will get some money from you. How much, actually? Oh, 196 cash. I appreciate it. That will help my finances quite significantly, although we will probably not be better off than we were before the war. Sadly. Alright, okay. Destroyed their armies, 96%. Just one more siege and that will be over in a very quick time. Jesus, every 5 days there's a tick here. I guess it's just this city, but by God, that's quick. Cohen Adonis of Ilorki claims that he would be a better Cohen Gadul than Milkarem. I understand, but I will give him a chance. Your incompetent Mukars led a couple of smugglers into the county of Carthage. How dare you, first of all. Alright, we have built a trade post here now, which I'm a huge fan of. We have claimed the region. Take a look at this. So obviously we have some competition here. We have Genoa, we have Pisa, Ragusa, Venezia. And then over here the Sink ports. And who are you? Utlandet? I don't even know who the hell you are. This one, I guess. Utlander. Friesisch. So they are Frisian, and that's quite interesting. I've never seen that before. Alright, let's take them out here. How are you doing, by the way, in terms of manpower? Way too good to be challenged by... Ooh, but I might be able to take you out. And you are on the offensive as well. I think we will absolutely do that. We will immediately turn around and actually conquer a province. My lord, Yaish informs us of the capture of an enemy commander. Deliver him to my dungeon. 192 bucks. Yeehaw. Alright, what we're gonna do now is... I'm gonna immediately go into the offensive, because if I want to survive here, I can't just live off of loans. It's not how that works. Now, I could seize a city, but I'm gonna conquer the entire goddamn thing. Let me tell you. That's what I'm gonna do. Would love... Honestly, seizing a city is nice. I can do it, I suppose. Ooh, you are also heavily under attack, but you're defending. Oh, dude. You know what? I'm gonna deal with you, and then I'm gonna deal with the other one. I'm gonna honestly deal with both of you, probably. At the same time. How many troops you got? 614, 144. You know what? Let's not risk it. Let's just make this into a very secure victory. The first offensive victory of the very young Carthage Republic. It has recently come to your attention that you do not possess a garment made of the Phoenician dye. The Tyrian purple dye was first made in the Phoenician cities of Tyre, Byblos, and Sidon. It is still a highly valued resource today. Perhaps it is time to flaunt your wealth. I am a person that is fairly, you know, I'm a socializer. I want to be recognized. I'm a hedonist. I probably shouldn't spend the money, but I will spend the money. Let's find a steward. Taylor, I mean, he probably is cheaper than the other option. The time has come to decide how to go about obtaining some Tyrian robes. It has been a few long months. It hasn't been months, but that's okay since the tailor began, but they have finally produced a garment of deep purple. Good work. I shall wear this with pride. Take a look at this, shall we? Tyrian robes. These fine garments were tailored at the behest of Adonibal from the luxurious Tyrian purple dye. The dye originated in the mother city of Carthage, Tyre. Hence it seems fitting for such a ruler to wear this remarkable example of old Phoenician craftsmanship. Look at that. General opinion, sex appeal, old Semitic opinion. Dude, I'm a huge fan. Thank you. Appreciate it a great deal indeed. You want to be the new one. I mean, you are considerably better. You know what? You're the new guy. You're the guy, okay? Don't even sweat it, buddy. I would love you to, I guess, hunt apostates? Sure. Il Amina. I don't even know this lady. Why are you here? Just leave the call, alright? I lose 10 prestige, but that is also about it. And you are gone. Oh my god, how did she get over there? Well, that's fairly quickly, but you know what? Hey, if she can travel like that, more power to her. Take them all prisoner. And you know why? I require the ransom money, no doubt about it. I could repay a medium loan here, and I'm actually going to do that so that the interest rate will be lower. That will do us a great service, no doubt about it. A group of craftsmen has come to your court and shown off their work. They present you with fine goods of which you are sure there would be a demand for in the realm. Noticing your interest, the craftsmen ask for some capital to start up a workshop, saying they lack the funds to do it on their own. We're doing okay, by the way, now with our monthly income here. This is a sound investment. You know what? Sure. I am still... Look, this is roleplay, and I usually wouldn't spend this money because it's not actually my money, but it's loaned. But he is an expert, you know? Or at least he thinks he's an expert in stewardship and in business, so I think that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to focus on investing money wherever he can. And he is losing... Oh, he's actually winning. Imara against Barcelona. He's winning that. Ah, interesting. The people are sieging this down, and I'm just wondering. It's all... This is a different province. Alright. Do I have boats? Oh, I do. Quite a lot, actually. Fascinating, isn't it? I think we're going to go ahead and stay in the mainland, I want to say. If they do come for us, I can just, you know, cut them off right here. And there goes the interest. But it's not that much, as you can see now, because I have paid back already such a huge chunk of the loan. Honestly, it's smart, both in real life to repay the loan as soon as possible, and in this game as well. Hello, Adonica Bithbarkabal. I don't even... Oh, you are an Hashdrubalit. Why don't you become... I can't make you... My... What? Oh, I already have 3 concubines. Now, you gotta learn on your own. Don't even ask me again. Oh, and here they come, you fools. Oh, they must have lost so many troops. Yeah, they did. And that's a victory right here. Amazing. I endorse this. 100% the land is ours. Thank you. And of course, with that being said, this city is now mostly ours. And I want to ask, would I lose this city? Yes, I would. Oh, that's... Oh, no, it would go to Cartalo. Yeah, okay. So, Cartalo would get Denia, which means that we now will be a count if we were to lose the Republic. So, I'm a big fan. As a count, you can still do so much that should definitely get the job done. Now, what we also need to do is, of course, get rid of you, because I can declare immediately yet another war, the conquest of Almoria. Let's do this. Oh, the expansion is already... Honestly, this is way more efficient than I thought it would be. Both of these trade posts will then be secure, which are our main trade posts, so I really appreciate this. I'm going to go ahead with a merchant port, I think. Give me some more trade value, shall ya? Can ya? And don't forget, by the way, I need to build this stuff up as well. Yeah, look at that Carthage. It's just such a good province. Look at where the others built. I actually want to know about it. So some are already active in the Aegean Sea. Yet again, Jesus, so quick to be over there. Some in Africa, some over here in Granada and Malacca, actually. Granada is right next to it. Some in the... Oh, what do they call it? The Columns of Hercules? I can't remember. But in that place anyway. And that's about it as far as I can tell, at least. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, what a good start. I honestly am surprised by how successful we have been here so far. The Muslims could have focused on us, but instead they focused on each other and they are paying dearly for it. That they are. No doubt about it. We already took this one, which is excellent. Let's take the rest here. What do you want? Il Baltasar? I don't even know who that is. No, actually Balsa, I guess. Oh, by the way, almost every single aspect of this mod works perfectly, except this. So this is actually not the right symbol. I had to give it the Zunis symbol because, honestly, I don't know why, but I just couldn't get the other symbol to show up. And I thought, you know what? It's at least something. What do you want? No, sorry to tell you. And what are you doing here? You're going south. Are you coming for me? Like for what I just took there, because I think you are. I'm gonna take you out. Because this battle will bring me much prestige. Take revenge on my kinsman. Ooh, he is Midas touched. What is the other kinsman like? Catalo. Oh my god, he's a cunning monopolizer? Modded, but I approve of this, no doubt about it. And you know what? You should have a wife. Both of you should have wives. Make children. Bring me everything you can in terms of children. Thank you very much. There you go. I gave you my concubine and Adonison, actually. Oof. Gotta hurt. And you, stop doing this, okay? End the plot. I will not kill my own kinsman. I got nothing against him. Why would I do that? Oh, they got good tactics here, but I think just our pure numbers actually won out on it. Am I the leader of this I can't even tell. Am I the leader of this siege? Yes, I am the leader of the siege. So let's just keep sieging there. I shall win this war, and then we are in a really good position. The bigger question being, though, yeah, look at this. Why does the age factor not factoring in at all? I guess he's still too young for that. 26 years of age. Yeah, look at him. He also has no age factor, and he's 36. I can't beat them, so we will most likely, very, very likely, actually lose this next election whenever we die. I mean, we're only 30, you know, we got some time here. 0 children as of now. I need more concubines yet again because I gave my old ones away. But at 0 children, you know, all I'm saying is I think we're gonna get there. If I just stay alive for a bit longer. But even if I don't, honestly, I mean, with those 2 counties, we're still going to be very, very powerful. At least that is the way I view this scenario here. Yeah, would you look at that? Anakat of Carthage goes away, but Dania stays with me. And Humid of Carthage. What the hell is Humid of Carthage? Oh, that has to be... Oh no, this is... Ah, it is the castle. So Humid means castle, apparently. Good to know. I am not the leader of the siege, so I don't actually want to siege this. But if I win this battle, we may just... Yep, end the war. There you go. Thank you for the free land, nerd. Got him. How are you moving along? Are you winning some wars here? Because that would not be good. Oh, he's going south. Thank you, Amir al-Muslimin. I approve of this. Go south. Don't even worry about me, will you? And the Al-Ziri dynasty, man. How they have fallen from being the sultans of Ifriqiya. Now they're nothing but just, you know, look at this. Lowly fools. And honestly, I feel like I can go with yet another war. I think... Duchy of Pecina, I could create it. If I could create a kingdom, that would be even better. But Andalusia is big. We are very unlikely to actually create Al-Andalus there. If I could create a kingdom, I could remain a duke underneath the Kingdom Republic. Alright, what we gotta do right now. And I mean, this is quite obvious. What are you doing? Defending in... Right. But the war's over anyway, and I can just defeat you. Because I can conquer Granada. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I don't even think I need to raise my troops here. Spain has long been known for having very rich silver deposits, many of which have been exploited and made the miners who excavated it very rich indeed. Amilcar and Hannibal Barca were known for funding their campaign against the Romans with great swaths of silver. With reports of fresh deposits from your steward, now it could be the time to increase the size of your treasury considerably. Rivers flow. I don't have that kind of money, dude. But I really wanna... You know what? You know what? I'm gonna be a bad businessman. The rivers will flow silver with the amount I will harvest. Let's do this. If this fails, I'm gonna be mad. You have been presented with an opportunity to let everyone be reminded of your rulership. If you wish to mint new coins for your realm, there's a master of the craft that you can hire. Not only will the mintage be exquisite, it will be adorned with the glorious portraits of you. Man, we don't have that money. The interest is going to kill me, but I will also tell you... Ooh, this sounds about right. I mean, this does sound about right, doesn't it? Yeah, becoming greedy sounds right. Debase the mints with less precious metal for profits. Got him. Yep, that is our ruler. That is Adonibal as he loves and lives. Ever since your pursuit of wealth began and you started keeping a close eye on both income and expenses, your coffers seem to be filled to the brim. More often than not. Well, that's the loans, but don't tell anyone. Even with a good 100 or so miners, there still remain veins stuck behind tiny overhangs that adults simply cannot reach. Hiring a few children would give access to those veins, and more workers are always welcomed. Give them a decent wage? Only matters if they're willing. Age is just a consideration. Dude, we are a terrible, terrible human being. We are a terrible human being. With the scale of the excavations becoming bigger by the day, falling rocks and debris are becoming a real danger. A small group of miners have become cut off due to a large portion of roof caving in. Get back to work. Those who run will be executed, or get a rescue team, or I'll pay for some local woodworkers to craft some struts. Get back to work. I am Adonibal the Cruel. And also, thank you, Pope, for sending me this man that I can then sell. I really do appreciate it, my friend. I guess he doesn't have the money, does he? He does have the money, actually, Jesus. Miners know that with their job comes great risk. An experienced excavator has had his arm trapped against the floor by falling debris. The miners are becoming cautious and some refuse to work. I told you to get back to work. Think I'm making exceptions here? No, get back to work or execution. Craftsmen that you funded a couple of years ago have returned to tell you of their success. With the support, they were able to set up their business, and it's now one of the most profitable enterprises in Carthage. Like it. An enterprising captain in command of one of your galleys has discovered several new markets along foreign shores. He reports that these distant ports are rife with opportunities for trade and profit. Rule number 62. The riskier the road, the greater the profit. I've never heard of that rule, but you know what? I like it. Take all of them prisoner. The war is already over. Sexy. Yep. Sounds about right, doesn't it? I'm gonna keep the city here. But look at this. Carthage is already growing, and so damn quickly. Ooh, but I am worried about you still. I mean, They are incredibly powerful. If he stops going for the south, we may be next. How many tribal allies does he actually have here? Yeah, he has a total of like 6k troops. It's gonna be rough. Let me tell you. And I'm actually gonna repay some loans here right away. We still have one small loan of $100. 100 bucks. I think it's gonna be fine. We can easily handle this now. We are in a tremendously strong position, believe you me. And I did not see this coming. In the next episode, maybe we're already going to take a look at the islands of the Mediterranean, claiming what was once lost. Man, maybe even returning to Carthage and rebuilding the port. They'll become fairly likely fairly soon. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and later, alligator.